Hi, welcome back to the mat. My name is Petra, and today we're going to focus on a traditional Hatha yoga class. So we really focus on the basics, so back to basics. And we get started in a seated position. I have a bolster next to me. Maybe you just grab a bolster also. It's nice in a seated position if you just sit on the bolster so the hips can fall forward ever so slightly. And then you try to relax your shoulders. You have your hands on your legs. There's two options. You can have the palms facing down. This is a bit more grounding. Or you have your palms facing up. This is receiving from above. So either choice, what works for you today. And then you can see if you would like to close the eyes or if you just want to look straight ahead of you. And then we just arrive here on the yoga mat, not just with our physical body, but also mentally. And we do this by connecting to our breath. See that your mouth is ever so slightly closed and we're only breathing through the nose. Inhaling and exhaling. Just observe your breath. Don't change anything in the breath. Maybe you can also observe with the inhale how the belly rises and on the exhale how the belly goes in again. Inhaling, belly rises, exhaling, belly falls. And then a nice option to feel this is if you bring one hand on your belly, the other hand in your chest area. This way, on the inhale, you also move your hands on the belly and the chest, and then on the exhale, you feel how chest and belly falls again. Inhaling, rising, exhaling, falling. Deep inhales and deep exhales. Beautiful moment of calm here before we begin our yoga practice. And in yoga we're always working with our breath, so we're combining breath and movement. This is really what it's all about in yoga. You can release your hands back down onto your legs, and we start by mobilizing our neck. So either you go for half circles in front of your head, your body, or you go in full circles. But it's not for everyone to bring the head back like this. So it's really up to you. Feel into your body. So important that we feel and understand what works for us today, because tomorrow could be very different. Or yesterday could also have been different. When you go for, if you've done full circles, now change the direction. And if you do half circles, just continue with those half circles. Okay, we're coming back to the neutral position. Now on the next inhale, we're lifting up the shoulders all the way to the ears, and then deep exhale, drop the shoulders. One more time. Inhaling, shoulders all the way up to the ears. Exhale. exhaling, dropping. Last time, inhaling, shoulders as far as you can, press them up, and now deep, deep exhale. Shoulders down, beautiful. Okay, now we release our sitting position. Just bring, if you have the bolster, bring it next to your mat. We need it there but later, and then we come on our all fours. So on all our fours, we have the knees underneath the hips, the hands under the shoulders. We're starting with cat and cow, dropping the belly, arching the back, looking up. That's the cow. And rounding the back, head is relaxed. That's the cat. Inhaling, dropping belly, looking up, shoulders away from the ears. And then on the exhaling, rounding your back, shoulders come towards your ears. Inhaling into cow. Exhaling into cat. This is a beautiful mobilization for the spine. Okay, one more time. Inhaling, looking up, dropping the belly. Exhaling, rounding the back. Come back to a neutral position. And now we step our right foot between our hands. Okay, and now here for your left knee, you might already feel it. There's lots of pressure on your left knee. There's two options. You either fold your mat, so you can double up your mat, so you have more protection for your knee here, or that's where the bolster comes in handy. You bring the bolster just underneath your knee. Okay. From here, you want to see that you can come very deep in your hips. So you feel here already a nice stretch in your hips. Especially on the left side now, on the front side. And you want to have your right knee not, so ideally 90 degrees, not over your toes. And then from here we're coming up. Interlace your fingers and press your palms onto the right leg. This way you can go into the position a bit deeper, and then also because we're pressing our right leg down gives us a bit more stability. And you can work with your breath here. So on the inhale coming out ever so slightly, and on the exhale going back in again, deep stretch on the left side. Inhaling, coming out a bit. Exhaling, going deep. Very good. So you can stay here. This is a very nice option for, this is what we call the low lunge. The other option is that on the next inhale, you reach your arms up. The palms are facing down, the arms are straight. And then really the hips press into the mat, but the arms reach up. So that's two options for your low lunge. And then on the exhale, we come down, press the hands onto the mat. And now we're changing the leg. So, right knee back. Again, you can have your mat rolled in or your bolster underneath your knee, and the left leg comes to the front. See that you are deep. So deep, I mean that you feel now the stretching on the front right side. Check this knee that it's 90 degrees, and then we're coming up. Everyone first just pressing the palms into that left leg. So you can press yourself a bit deeper, coming a bit out, exhaling, going back in. Inhaling a bit out and exhaling in. So, yogish choice, as we like to say in yoga. You can stay here, or on the next inhale, you reach your arms up. Press your hips down, reach the arms up in that low lunge. Few deep breaths here. And then from here, we bring our hands down. Stepping the left knee back. Of course, if you have it, you remove your polster or you unroll your mat. And then from here, we're going to lie down on our belly. So move your knees back a little bit and we come here lying on our back. It's not our back, it's our belly, sorry. And now we're coming into a baby cobra. So just lift the upper body up. And then you see that you can, of course, come up a bit further if you press into your hands. But I really want you to try to lift the hands off the mat. Feel how the back has to work here. And then you can come down. And then on the inhale, we're coming back up. It's the upper body. And then also just lifting up the hands away from the mat. Exhaling, letting go. One more time. Coming up here. Lifting up the hands. And then coming down. Tuck your toes. And over our knees, now we're pressing back into a child's pose. So child's pose, we have our knees closed. And we try to sit all the way back on our heels. Face comes down on the mat. You can have your arms stretched to the front. Or even more relaxing is if you have your arms next to your body. So this is a child's pose. Beautiful resting pose in yoga. Especially after back bending, because what we have just done in a cobra is a back bend. This is a good position to do after the back bend. Okay, from here we all stretch the arms to the front again. Coming up on our all fours again, tucking our toes, and now we press our palms into the mat and lifting those knees into a downward facing dog. But first, bend one knee and then the other knee. So really easing into this position, stretching out the back of the legs slowly, one by one. And also, if downward facing dog is too much for you, child's pose is always a good alternative. So you just here in child's pose, or you are in a downward facing dog. Okay. Now, everyone, we meet in a downward facing dog with bent knees, and then very slowly we walking step by step forward into a forward fold. Again, keep your knees bent. And then here we grab hold of the opposite arm and just hang here in the lower back and sway maybe a little bit easy from side to side here. Okay, back to the center. And now we're going to come up. Inhaling, rolling up, arms hang, head hangs. And then at the end, inhaling, reach those arms up, look up. And exhale, bring your hands in front of your chest. Beautiful. We're going to flow through Hatha sun salutations. And this is really, we already did all the individual moves that we now need. Now we're just combining them in a flow. So here we are in mountain position. This is what it's called. The feet are hip width, the arms are next to the body. And you look straight ahead. Inhale, reach the arms up, look up. And now exhaling, folding forward. On the inhale, you bring your right leg back, knee down. Two options here that we have done before. Either you have the hands on your left leg or you reach your arms up. Both are good options, whatever works better for you. And then on the exhale, place your palms down. And now we're stepping back with our left foot. We bring our knees down. And now again, two options. You can arch your back and first come down with chest and chin, or you completely lie down onto the mat. On the inhale, we come into our baby cobra, lift up the hands, and then on the exhale, we tuck our toes over the knees. We're coming into our downward facing dog. Now we bringing our right foot between the hands, bringing the left knee down. Again, hands on the leg, or we stretch the arms up. Exhaling, hands back down. And now we're stepping forward with our left foot into a forward fold. And on the next inhale, we're coming up. Reach up, look up. And now we go again. Exhale on the other side. Forward fold. Inhaling, left foot steps back, knee down. We are coming up, your choice. Low lunge. Exhaling, hands down. Right foot steps back. Drop the knees. And from here you can either come lying down on the mat or first chest and chin. Inhaling, we come into baby cobra. Exhaling, back into downward facing dog. Now we're stepping forward with our left foot, right knee to the mat. Inhale, coming up into low lunge. Exhaling, coming down, stepping forward with your right foot into forward fold. Inhaling, coming up, reaching up. Exhaling, palms together in front of the chest. Beautiful. Now, that was one round of sun salutation. Maybe you feel how your heart is beating a bit stronger. Just refocus on your breath. Taking long exhales that will calm down your whole system again. And now from here we move a bit further. We're starting with warrior one. Again, a very traditional yoga position. So from here, from mountain position, we're stepping back with our left foot and we turn the foot out. So I like to say the foot is now 10-2. The left foot is 10-2 on the watch. And we bend the right knee as much as we can. And then on the inhale, we reach the arms up. This is warrior one. So you have both hip bones look straight forward. Front knees maybe bend a bit more. And then first you bring your palms back to the chest. And then if you can, you step in one go forward with your left foot. Back into mountain position. We're stepping back with our right foot. So now the right foot looks outside, 10 after on the watch. The front knee is bent. Inhale, reach up. Taking a few deep breaths. So you can have your palms closed, or if it's not okay for your shoulders, you can keep your hands open here, your arms open. Maybe bending the front knee a bit more. Deep inhales and exhales. And then press the palms together in front of the chest. Stepping forward in one go. Beautiful. Now we're moving into the warrior two. We're stepping out again with our right foot first now. And really make a big step back. And now the right foot is almost parallel to the back of the mat. And the hips now look to the side. So if we have the foot parallel to the mat, that also opens up our hips. And then the front knee we bend deeply. We see that we engage our core so we are not hanging in the position. Inhaling, we stretch the arms wide. Now we look over our forward middle finger to the front. This is where our gaze goes. Few deep breaths here, inhaling and exhaling. Maybe bending the front knee a bit further. Inhaling and exhaling. And then from here, bringing the palms first together in front of the chest. Now you can turn your right foot to the front and then stepping in one go to the front of the mat into mountain position. And now we're going to do the other side. So we're stepping back with our left foot very far. The foot is now parallel to the back of the mat, front knees bent. Inhaling, we reach the arms wide. The palms are facing down. Then you can always check your back arm. It has a tendency to be a bit lower than the front arm, but they should be parallel. And then we look again over the middle finger of the front hand forward. Front knee, right knee bends deeply. Deep inhales and exhales. Okay, from here, first we bring the palms together in front of the chest, turn the left foot forward, and maybe you can step forward in one go, back to the mountain position. Now, from here, we're doing one more standing position. Positions in yoga called asanas, one standing asanas, and that's the tree, very classical one again. Now you can, if you know you're not very good in your balance, you can always find a wall that you either lean onto, like this, or you could hold onto the wall with one side. So it's very important that you look for a point that you focus on. So your concentration and your eyes help you here. Now, first of all, we make the right leg the standing leg. So really see that you can engage that leg as much as possible. Press the toes, press the heel into the mat or the ground. And then there's a few options. So bring your palms together in front of the chest. Few options for your left foot. First one is you just bring the foot on top of the other foot. Pressing that foot down. Next option would be that you bring the foot on the low inside of the lower leg. And then the full option is you probably need the help of your hand. Bring the foot in on the inside of the upper leg. Press the foot into the leg. Not falling over like me today. Focusing on that one point. Palms to get in front of the chest, or you reach your arms up like a tree. Taking deep breaths here. See if you can open up the left knee a bit more. And then very slowly, take your time coming out. Bring the palms together in front of the chest. Lifting up that left knee first and then step it down. Very good. You can shake your legs here before we do the other side. Now we make our left leg very strong as a standing leg. Pressing those toes. And see that you work with the same variation now on this side as well. So always do the same variation on both sides. Focus on your one point. And then hands either in front of your chest or you reach your arms up. And you focus, you concentrate. Maybe opening up now your right knee a bit further to the side. Connect to the breath. See, not very stable today myself. And then very slowly, palms together in front of the chest. Lift up that knee, and then relaxed. Just relax your legs and then come standing, or you probably are standing in front of the mat, back into that mountain position. On the inhale, we're reaching up, look up, and then on the exhale, we're folding forward. Now bring your hands to the mat, and then we're coming back into a plank. So stepping back with the left and the right foot, drop those knees, and then just lie down again, fully now, onto the mat. Now we're going into the locust position, Shalabhasana. It's an excellent strengthening exercise for the back. So for this, we reach the arms back. The palms are facing down. You engage the center of your body. Really try to see that you draw in the belly. Lift up the shoulders first, and then your head, your upper back, your arms, and then maybe at the end your legs. You're holding a little bit, and then exhale, letting go. Take a few breaths. Now, if this didn't feel good for you because of any pain in the lower back, just don't go in as deep. Especially also don't lift up those legs. Okay. Engage the center of your body. Lift up those shoulders, head up, arms, and maybe legs up. And see if you can, this area between your shoulder blades, if you can press it together a bit closer. Taking a few deep breaths here. And then releasing. Now from here, you press your hands next to your chest, and then we're coming into a child's pose. Keep or close your knees here, and then try to sit back on your heels, and now really bring your arms next to your body, the head onto the mat if you can, and feel the relaxation now in the back. Now the back has the opportunity to round again, to relax again. Deep breaths. Okay, we're coming up here, and we're bringing the legs in front of us. Now, this was a back bend, and now we're going into a forward bend, yeah? So, for this, you stretch your legs long. See that you bring your hands next to your hips, and see that you can sit really nice and tall here. Toes towards you. And then on the inhale, you stretch your arms up. And now what we want to do, we want to reach forward, forward, forward. The arms stay next to the ears. We reach forward as far as we can. And then once you can no longer go forward, you release your hands onto your lower legs, onto your feet, maybe middle finger, and the second finger finds your big toe. And then you work with your breath here. So really see that slowly, slowly how gravity works, and maybe brings you a few millimeters further down to the ground. Now, this can be a lot for the back of the legs. If it's a really deep stretch for you, then you can always rebend your knees ever so slightly. And then just relax here into this forward fold. And it's not important how deep you are in that position.
Just important that you feel a good stretch here in your back, that you can relax into the position. Okay, one more deep breath here. Inhaling and exhaling. Now we're coming up.
And we're stepping our right foot over our left leg. Hold on to the lower leg. See that you have sit very straight here. And now we're coming into a seated twist. So you bring your left hand to the outside of the right leg like this. Or you could even go one step further, that you have the outside, your upper arm pressing into the outside of the leg. Your right hand holds you on the back, so you press the right hand into the mat. Inhaling. We're stretching our spine long, and then on the exhale, we're turning maybe a bit more. Inhaling, stretching the back long. Exhaling, turning. And take deep breaths, even though here, it's everything is squeezed together in our belly. Still try to breathe very deeply. Inhaling, long spine. Exhaling, turning. One more time. Inhaling, straighten the spine. Exhaling, turning. Okay, we're coming out of this side and change the legs. So the left foot goes over the right leg. Hold on to the lower leg, straight spine here. And then we turn from the center of our body. The right arm is on the outside of the left leg, or the upper arm is on the outside. The left hand on the back presses into the mat. Inhaling. Straighten your spine. Exhaling, turning. Inhaling. Exhaling. Deep breaths here. One more time. Deep inhale, straighten the back. Exhaling, turning maybe a bit further. And now releasing your arm, your legs. And now we're coming a bit further to the front of the mat, because we're gonna lie down. And this is also very classical yoga position, the boat. So it's a good work for our center. So we hold on to the lower legs and try to sit very tall here first of all. And then on the exhale, you engage your core. You stretch your arms to the front, and now without rounding the back, you're lifting up one leg and then you're lifting up the other leg. This is the boat position. Taking deep breaths here, smiling maybe. Of course, if you have a very strong core, you could always straighten those legs. But try to really keep the back straight. That's the most important thing here. And then from here, we're going to lie down. Take your time, again with a smile. Lie back here onto the mat. Very good. Once you're back, just drawing those knees, roll from side to side. Massage your lower back. Okay, and then we bring our feet to the mat. We have the legs about hip width. The arms next to the body, palms are facing down. Now we're coming up into the bridge position, very slowly, mindfully. So first of all, just lift those hips ever so slightly off the mat, and then very slowly rolling vertebrae by vertebrae up. Press those hips up all the way. Okay, for more stability, you can just
bring your shoulder blades in a bit more, and then you can interlace your fingers below your back, so you can really have your arms help you a bit here. And see that your knees are not falling out, your knees are pressing together. And you see that you can take deep breaths here. It's a strong position, the last one for today. Take deep breaths. One more deep breath here. Inhaling and exhaling. Very good. We're releasing the arms, slowly rolling down here. And then once you're down, you just open up your feet mat width and let your knees fall from side to side. You windshield wiper your feet, your legs here. This is a nice release for the lower back. Okay. Now we're going for an inversion, and we're not going to do the full shoulder stand today. I would like to show you a nice alternative which has the same benefits. So just find your polster, hopefully it's next to you, and then just bring it onto your low back. You could even double up your polster that it's a bit higher here, and then you just from here you just lift your legs up. Your arms are next to your body. Now this has the same effect as a shoulder stand, that you have your legs, your feet up, and it's mega relaxing. Another version on this one is even that you rest your legs onto a wall. It's even more restorative. And then here, roll your head from side to side for relaxation in the neck. Maybe you can really feel how the legs relax, how the liquid in your legs has the possibility to flow the other direction. Few more deep breaths here. You can also play with your ankles, just drawing circles with the ankles here. Other direction. Stretching your feet and flexing your feet. And then here, slowly bend your knees, bring your feet to the ground, slightly lifting up those hips and then removing the polster. And from here we stretch the legs long. Most important yoga position, savasana, relaxation. So you have your legs mat width apart, feet are falling out, the arms stretch to the side, palms are looking up. And then you let go of everything. Don't focus on your breath anymore. Just enjoy the final relaxation here for a few minutes. And from here, we're slowly coming back, deepening the breath, making small moves with your hands and your feet, bringing those legs together, stretching the arms overhead for a full body stretch. And then from here, roll over to the right side, staying here a bit. And then press into your left hand, and you press yourself up back into a seated position with closed eyes if you can. First we have the hands again on our legs, spine is straight, shoulders are relaxed. And we refocus on our breath. Just see what's the quality of your breath now. Hopefully it's a bit slower and calmer than it was in the beginning of the class. Now also go for a little body scan here. See how this feels now after we have moved the body in all possible ways. And from here, bring your palms one more time together in front of the chest. We will finish the yoga class with an Om. So for this, first go for a deep exhale and then inhale for Om. And then here, bow down to yourself. Give yourself and your body a big, big thank you that you are able to do all these moves. Namaste, yogis. Thank you very much for joining me today on the mat. And I hope to see you soon again on or off the mat. Bye. Thank you.